Hey everybody, my little dog is out looking for mice and Walter's out digging his last potatoes. I got lucky today. I have a camera person on, and we'll call her she who does not like to see herself on the camera. She's the one doing the camera work today. And the last couple of weeks has been beautiful weather. A lot of action going on around here in New Ross lately. Our wind, I've mentioned, if anybody wants to look it up, it's Salt Canoe Wind Project. Salt Canoe Lake Wind Project. And the windmills are just going to start coming through our town on Monday. And it's the largest wind project in the Maritimes, I think. Definitely Nova Scotia, but I think it's the largest wind project in the Maritimes. There's going to be 34 300-foot tower turbines put in. It'd be 400 feet in all. Doesn't a little fellow like looking for mice? So far, this is going to be another tub of cara. So far, I can't say that the cara's been an overabundance, but it'll be enough to plant again next year. We're hoping this tub's going to be right full. So it's going to be an interesting experiment. I didn't get a lot of large caras or great abundance of them, but the spot I had them in was kind of shady, and I think that made a lot of difference in the yield. So what I was thinking is I'd take all the same tubs that I planted potatoes in, plant the same amount of seed potatoes, we'll put them out in a full sun spot next year, and we'll see the difference in the yield. Now I'll get my potato box. Here's my box for my potatoes. So far I don't think I need a bigger one than that yet. Bag for weighing, and we'll see if we can't get the ground out of here. Don't think that's all of it. These ones here look a little better. The ground just seems to be well stuck. Hey, look at there. My biggest one yet. That's a nice one. Oh, look at that. I knew this was going to be a better one. But the ground is really welded onto the bottom of that tub. It definitely doesn't want to come out. I don't think there's any more potatoes in the bottom of that. I'll do a little rooting around just to see if I can find anything. No, that one's empty. So if I can get that old tub to hold together for another year, I'll try that experiment. It's a nice look. See how the eyes are so pink and pretty on the caras. Beautiful colored eyes. Some dirt off there. So those will give me some good eating potatoes. Brendan, who got me on to growing the cara, said that they're a very floury potato. When you're boiling them, you have to watch that they don't all come apart in the water. He actually, I think he says he boils his for 10 minutes or so, and then in the last puts it in the microwave and actually nukes them in the microwave for make a really super fluffy potato. So we're going to experiment with that and see how that works out. There's a nice one. Oh yeah, this is, see, now this tub here was on the south side of the row that I planted, so it got the most sun. So like most plants, they definitely like the sun. Don't think there's anything more in here. Now there was one question I wanted to ask everybody, or anybody that grows onions. I have onions that I grew this year, and I'm new to growing onions. I grew a few red onions the last couple of years, but I never knew that I could grow onions. And the last year or two I started growing onions and having some pretty good luck. So now I got a fair amount of onions this year. I have to figure out how to store them. So my question for everybody that grows onions and stores onions and has good luck at storing onions, do I take my onions, and I basically have two places to store them. It's either going to be warm and dry, or in the cold room where it's going to be cool and damp. and which is the best place to store onions. Is it better to store them where it's warm and dry, or cool and damp? And that's my question on onion storage. I really only have the two places to keep them. I can't keep them in any oak buildings or anything because they'll freeze around this part of the country. And I think that is all my potatoes. So pretty good haul. So we'll get those in the bag and we'll go in and we'll weigh them. And we'll see what we got for weight. We're going to be better. I think the first tub I did, I had a third of a pound or something like that. So I think I got better than a third of a pound this time. So, if you don't mind, the camera's going to be a little shaky and they'll follow me in. And we'll come into our trusty set of scales. You can see now with these scales, they weigh up to 10 pounds without a P put on the end. Now we're going to come out, and if you can see, come in nice and close. 6 pounds is a little too heavy. 5 pounds is a little too heavy. 4.5 is a little too light. 4 3/4. Oh, go back a little bit further. I would say that is 4 pounds 9 ounces. That's a pretty good measure. That's pretty good. I'm quite happy with that. There's some nice potatoes. Before I go, I'd like to show you my bin. I finished the storage bin. Remember, I set it off of Pinterest. So this was a storage bin. I had the storage bin up here, but I didn't have the drawers in it yet. So this was, I thought, if the onions will keep in the cool and the damp, that I might store some onions in here. But I don't know whether they store good in the dry or in the damp. And if you notice the beauty of these bins, if you come in close with the kohlrabi, I have some kohlrabi in here, and they're all spread out, but every once in a while with the kohlrabi, some of these leaves here seem like they should be picked off. They start to rot. So you can roll around, you can look at your kohlrabi, you can see if there's any rot spots, mouse holes in them, anything like that. I tasted the kohlrabi. I really like it. It's crunchy, it's really juicy, a little bit sweet, kind of like a really fresh young turnip. But I don't think they're going to store very well. I don't think kohlrabi is going to keep for more than probably a month after they're harvested. Month and a half is about all you're going to get out of the kohlrabi. So, 4.5 pounds of potatoes, cara. That gives me a little bit of eating and a little bit of seed. I'm happy as anything. Have a great one, everybody.